Okay, the way I've been making these ribbed tails that you can see right here, this is a relatively, I don't know, medium sized one, I guess. But the way I was making them, I was using these things called pinking or thinning shears that a barber would use on your hair to thin your hair out. And I knew that they had teeth in them. The only problem is I ruined these teeth right here. I ruined this set of scissors because I thought if I took every other tooth out that it would make the ribs a little bit longer and possibly a little fatter, a little more pronounced, but it didn't work. I ruined this pair of scissors that I bought at a woodworking show in one of those real cheap booths that were selling things that you might buy at Harbor Freight. These things cost me about, I don't know, probably $7.50, something like that, but I've ruined them. Now, if you can find a pair that cheap, they'll work. Those worked fine, but they did a little bit when I cut through the heavier foam. It wanted to split the blades apart just a little bit. So I went to Sally's and bought me a pair of little more heavy duty. And you pay for heavy duty. These ended up costing me about $36, whereas the other ones, like I said, were $7.50. To show you or demonstrate what's going on with this foam, and I've cut, this is a 2mm piece, and I cut you need a scrap piece so that you can figure out which direction, and I talked about this on the post that I put in the group, and these blades and this solid shear on this side has a lot to do with what side the ribbing shows up on. So when you make a cut, you're going to cut with your scissors and then take it out, and then you're going to spread it apart and look to see where the ribbing is. It's a little bit more pronounced on one side than it is the other. Okay, and I don't have something white here. Let's see if this will help out. Maybe I should have used a different color than the black, but I think you get the idea. Let's try it again here. Yeah. Okay, so if you look at this one here, I cut through this way, and that you can see the teeth are on this side. So the teeth are going to show up on the side where the ribbing is going to show up. So let's go ahead and flip the scissors over. What I mean by flipping them over is you'll cut this way, you'll cut like this, and then you flip them over and you'll cut like this. That will flip it over to the other side. So let's see. Yeah, this is going to be right. So there's that. I think I got to get cut straight down here. Okay, you can tell this is new for me too. There we go. Okay, and then I'll flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of grab it down in the corner and start cutting, and then taper out to get whatever size tail that I want there. And then you just pull it out, clip it, and there you go. You got yourself a piece of foam that has a real nice looking ribbed tail, so you can do a lot of different things. as far as making these ribbed pieces, I kind of think that just using your standard 2mm foam and your scissors will do a fine job on that. So, you know, the other thing that you might do to in preparation is just whatever size hook you use, just figure out the length, you know, cut it to length, and then you might want to go ahead and cut after you cut it to length, and then just kind of cut a little bit of a tie-in area like that right there. And then when you do, let's go there, let's see, when you do that, then it's not going to bunch up as bad, and you can taper it back, you know, put a real nice tail on the back of your fly. There we go. That looks pretty darn good. Anyway, that's it on the scissors, the pinking or thinning shears. It's pretty cool what they can do. Just remember that when you cut, you have to cut on one side, flip it around, and cut on the other. Just experiment with it. If you do this, just experiment, and you'll figure it out sooner or later which side is the side that is going to have the your ribbing. So anyway, this is Mike. Until the next video, we'll catch you later.